What is going on, guys? My name's Tefty. Welcome to Dank Talk number... I did not look to see the number. Holy crap.
I'm professional.
I feel exactly like Holtzman right now. Number 17. Is it really 17?
No.
My
17.
bad.
What's the... No, it's definitely not 17. What the heck?
Oh my god. I looked at the wrong thing.
What's 17? Oh.
Yeah, my bad. Hold on. Maybe I should just start this whole thing over real quick. Never mind. It's Dank Talk 7, guys. Okay. Wow. Right? Number 7?
Yeah, 7. We better keep this. We better not edit it.
My bad. I kind of just woke up 30 minutes ago. Anyways, we got a new release. All right, well, first off, guys, we got VersusTheStream and BlueWestlo here, obviously.
Hello. What's up?
Obviously. And there's been a new game that came out this week that both Versus and I have been playing a lot. And we're going to convince Blue to play, even though he doesn't need any convincing because he's already convinced he's going to play it.
Yeah, Hatsune Mikuna.
Resident Evil 7.
I've been waiting for Resident Evil 7 ever since they announced it. It was a huge sneak release kind of thing, like announcement, I should say, because we heard Capcom saying, all right, we do want to reboot the series, but keep it as a sequel and try to keep the whole action part of Resident Evil separate from the number titles. But I never expected them to be like, all right, it's coming this soon. You know, I thought it was like another year or two before we got Resident Evil. So last year at Gamescom, boom, here's a demo, here's a trailer that looks like it's nothing to do with Resident Evil. Bam, it's Resident Evil 7. Go try the demo out tonight. We're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Played it. Demo was fantastic. A lot of people were worried because there's no first person. People like Blue. Blue's not the only one who thought it was going to be something like Outlast because the demo didn't really give you weapons until like the last update, other than the axe, but you didn't use it on anything. But the game's finally out, and the game is amazing. It's exactly what I was expecting it to be, a first-person Resident Evil, and that's what it is. It's a first-person Resident Evil, and they nailed it.
Yeah, it's incredibly fun. I played first on the normal difficulty, which was somewhat challenging, just because I was blind.
Perfect blend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a perfect blend of it.
Yeah, perfect way to go in blind and just kind of figure it out for yourself. And then getting to replay on Madhouse, it's like another level.
Dude, it's like the jump is huge. Like,
yes,
you think of unlocking modes and it's like, okay, the enemies are going to be difficult. No, Madhouse is like it's like the same game, but it's not. Like, your enemy spawns are different. Item placements are completely different.
Yep.
Like, they're added. Like, I love Madhouse mode, honestly. I feel like it's the way that game was, like, that should have been normal mode. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was surprised at how good it is so far. In fact, I haven't completed yet. We'll get into more details as the podcast goes by. And we'll let you guys know also when we're going to spoilers section. So if you're trying to remain spoiler free for a playthrough this weekend, we'll let you know when we're going to start talking about that stuff. But overall,
we'll have Blue yell out beep, boop, or something.
Beep, 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 boop.
Yeah, that perfect. Blue, you gotta do exactly that.
Yeah, can you imitate that, Blue?
There you go.
Awesome. Yes, love it.
It's spoiler time.
Wait, is it spoiler time right now?
Not yet.
Not yet. Spoiler time.
He's just practicing.
Yeah, that was like a test of the broadcast system or some crap like that. So, great game overall. I'd say for me, like just from my first playthrough was about 11 hours on normal. And I was like scared and stuff and slow walking around because I was afraid of like aggro on enemies and all that. And loved it. Really loved it. I thought the jumps were fun. The horror aspect is fun, but also the survival aspect is really what makes it feel like a great survival horror game. So like for me,
works so well.
Yeah, I give it like a solid 8.5, possibly a 9 out of 10 type of thing for me. Just for like jumping right out of numbers, you know. How about you?
Yeah. I started off in normal as well. I thought it was a great blend of challenge and also ease. Like these kind of games aren't usually difficult for me, but it's such a perfect blend of that difficulty, but also, you know, making me feel comfortable. I never really felt stuck. The puzzles were really well thought out. I had a lot of fun with puzzles. We'll talk more about specific puzzles as we get into the spoiler part of this episode. The puzzles were great. The enemies were great. We'll talk more about the enemies to avoid spoilers and spoiler part once again.
Yeah.
Everything was well. Everything was so perfectly paced. It's Resident Evil in first person, so you're gonna be doing a lot of backtracking from here to here, getting this key for this door, and this piece for that, this for that, and that's what we all loved about the old Resident Evils. People wanted that stuff back.
Yeah.
So we got that. It's fantastic. The game was great from beginning to end. It took me about 12, 13 hours to beat it because I took my time. I was making sure I'm going back to places to check for items or things I might have missed. That's one thing, just wanted to venture out and just take everything in. So that was really fun for me. People were saying the game took them like 7 hours, and I'm not sure if they're playing on easy or normal, but either way, 7 hours seems to be like you missed a lot. Like I don't know if someone on the first playthrough can play it through 7 hours. I feel like they just skipped everything that made it everything.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
the game,
you can skip all the videotapes. You can skip all the videotapes.
Yeah, you can also miss them. There's a lot of things in the game that are missable.
Yep.
So it's possible.
Yeah. Should we go into spoilers?
Yeah, I'm down. You ready, Blue?
You know what? Hold up. Blue? What's your impression having not played it but seen a few stuff?
Okay, so Tefty. So when I had initially saw the stuff for it, I was like, oh, it's Outlast. Cool. I know a lot of people love that type of genre of like survival horror. I've never really been like the biggest fan of it because I played Outlast and I was like, okay, cool, I'm done now. And I had no interest to play the rest of it, which is a lot of the reason why I didn't buy Resident Evil 7 and I wasn't interested in it. It wasn't until I watched Ab and Dork and a couple other people play it, and I was like, as you get more toward like the actual story, obviously past like the demo part, I mean, it becomes clear that it's more action horror than it is like just survival horror, which is the whole reason why Resident Evil is one of the most popular horror games ever. So when I was watching it, I was like, this feels a lot like classic Resident Evil games, just you have a different perspective on it. You're in first person. So for that reason, I'm really excited to actually play it now. Obviously for a lot of reasons I didn't want to play it before, but now that I know that it really is a Resident Evil game. That was the thing I was scared of. It wasn't going to be Resident Evil. It was just going to be Outlast, but it's Resident Evil. I think a lot of people were scared. I was scared of it. A lot of people were scared of it, but after a lot of people playing it, like it's very clear it's awesome Resident Evil game.
Anybody have VR?
No, I
heard the VR wasn't good. I heard the VR was like a hit or miss.
Really?
I heard the complete opposite. I heard that it worked fantastic and like it was flawless. The only thing, the issue was resolution, which is a VR issue for anything in the first place. But everyone said, like everyone I like talked to about it and people that gave off their impressions online, the VR has been working flawlessly, and people have actually been wanting to play it on VR more than not. So that's really cool. But I missed the mark. Like I wanted VR for this game, but because now I've already gone through the game almost twice, now I don't want it anymore. I don't feel like it's gonna warrant $400 for a game I already beat multiple times.
Yeah, that's how I look at it too. I know.
Yeah, so I'll probably pick up VR in the future when there's more titles I like to play and experience with it.
Yeah, that's how I'm looking. Blue, did you invest in VR yet or no? Did you skip it?
Nope.
Yeah, so all of us haven't bought into VR. But what I've heard is it's like the game to get for VR if you are going to buy VR because it's so well done, and they built it with the premise behind VR. So
and it wasn't like usually games that are built with VR, they're doing both and both. It feels like this feels really gimmicky. That if I'm playing without VR, I feel like I should have been playing with VR. But this works for both. Like they've kept both in mind. Like there are people who don't have VR, cool, but there are people who want to play with this with VR. So they did it in such a perfect way of making that it worked for both, and I commend them. Like this, Capcom hasn't released something like this in terms of quality and what people want in a long time. Yeah, and they really brought their name back in terms of Resident Evil and just quality titles with this one. Yeah, honestly,
I agree. Visually, also, it's really well done. Like
it's a gorgeous looking game.
Yeah, atmosphere, lighting, the grit, and all that. There's a few places where you can be like, "Oh, the texture map looks low" or something like that. But but even then, considering all that, like the whole ambiance and experience, sound design, everything is really well done. Just top notch.
It's so good. Like there's times there's ambience, but I like how the game doesn't force like ambient music because a lot of things for them to be scary, you need the ambient music to really add to it. But Resident Evil never depended on that. Resident Evil is just straight silent. Like you just hear your footsteps, the floorboards creaking, doors opening. That's what Resident Evil is always about, and that nowhere an enemy. So I liked how they really picked the perfect moments to add ambient music or music at all, then with just complete silence for a while. Like it felt like as I'm sprinting, I'm like, hey, I'm sprinting at the same speed as I would in an older game, just playing a different perspective, and it works so well. Like I really hope they decide to go in this more after the DLC and they make another Resident Evil main numbered title. I really hope they go forward with first person.
Yeah, I hope so too. So let's talk about spoilers, guys.
There you go, Blue. This is your cue.
Yep.
Spoiler time. Yeah, put that spoilers in my butt. There you go.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Where should we begin? Okay. Did you know? Hold up, I got it. From the beginning with the car. Did you know that like my first playthrough, Jack got in the car and tried to run me over?
Yeah, that happened to me. So people who are listening, you guys already know the car you came with is the same your car that's in the garage. Jack, someone took your car once you got taken earlier, and the car's there. You're supposed to run over Jack with it. My first time, I got the keys. I opened the car door, and he pulled me out. He was like, "Nah, boy, where?" He's like, "Nah, you ain't going in there." Like he told me I wasn't gonna drive. So he pulled me out the car. He goes in the car himself. He rips over the top of it.
Yeah.
Goes in the car and starts running me over. I'm just screaming. I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Tokyo drifting.
Yeah. I think I put the music on when I was running him over. I actually paused the game, told my chat I was like picking something up from the floor when I really wasn't. I just YouTubed the Tokyo Drift song. And I just started running him over. I wonder if you know, if you like it was hilarious. But it was such a crazy part. Like it.
Oh, I didn't realize Jack. I killed him or I finished him when he was in the car, and then on my Madhouse playthrough, I you have to lockpick it instead of just picking up the keys. You have to actually lockpick it.
Totally threw me off.
Yeah, it threw me off too. So I ended up running him over, or having him. He hops on top and gets like impaled or whatever. That was completely different. I was like, whoa, that's really cool how they have differences or different things you can experience.
So your first playthrough, you didn't kill him with a car?
No. First playthrough, I knifed him while he was in the car.
Oh, really?
I continuously knifed him, and then he like caught on fire or something.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Like the first time the second time I did it, he got in the car again without me. He just got tired of me running around. He got tired of me running around, so he decided to get in the car himself.
Yeah, that was my first playthrough.
So I tried shooting him while he was in the car. I obviously died. So I just started running him over, and that's how I did it. I did not know you can kill him without that. I thought it was one of those scenes where you have to kill him a specific way. But I've noticed that the game has a lot of moments like that. There's a part before the car scene, the garage fight, where you're trying to get a key so you can go under the floor. I forgot the hatch key. You're trying to get the hatch key, and you have to hide from him. My first time going through it, he caught me. I ran to the room. He closed the door on me. He chopped my leg off, and then you're able to pick up your own leg. And he says, "Here, boy, like heal yourself up." He gives you the med kit, the med pack you use in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He gives you one of those to show you that you're one of them. So what you do is you pick up your leg, you crawl towards him, you put your leg, you connect your leg, and you put the med pack on it, like the juices, the water, whatever you want to call it. And your leg comes back, and your character is questioning like, "What the hell?" And then he starts banging his shovel. He bangs his shovel on the ground. He goes, "Boy, you better run!" Like after he lets you heal your leg. So now you have to chase after him again. But I died. I obviously died. Then my second time I went through it.
Yo, I've not seen that. That's amazing.
Yeah. So people were questioning this. They're like, "How come you can use his hand?" Because you remember in the beginning,
she chops it off.
She cuts your hand off. You can pick up your hand. People are like, "Wait, how could he use it? They just stapled it." It was like, well, if we put 2 and 2 together, your character is now infected. He has obviously what they have, and they even say you're part of the family. And Jack proves it when he cuts off your leg and tells you to heal yourself up in front of him. And that's completely optional. You can miss that completely because I snuck past him the second time and I didn't get caught at all. And I just went through it without doing it. Yeah. And then in Madhouse mode, I was like, yo, we're free. He's not catching. He caught me, but I was running away. Dude breaks through the wall.
Oh, and
I'm like, what the fuck? I missed that completely during my first playthrough. He breaks through the wall.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, it's incredible.
I saw him break through on my first playthrough. And I was like, oh my God, Kool-Aid man.
Scary, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous. And outside of Jack, I loved the way the game started. I loved how you find your wife that you're looking for. The whole point of the game is you're trying to find Mia.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you find her and then boom, you're fighting, and the game just starts off gruesome. It's just you're getting stabbed in the hand. You're getting your hand chopped off.
Yeah, you hate Mia right away. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, and then you find out you're like, what the hell's happening? Like, why is her personality changing? Why is her body changing when she gets mad? Like, what the heck is happening? What kind of virus is this?
Yeah.
And oh man, it opened up so well.
Yeah, it really did. I even missed on my first playthrough. I didn't actually, for some reason, I thought there was 3 parts to the flamethrower, so I didn't put together the flamethrower on my first playthrough. And
really?
Yeah, I ended up beating Mama Bugs without the flamethrower completely in that whole area.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which I did it first time, like killing her. So
Yeah.
on normal, it wasn't as bad. On Madhouse, oh my god, like the difficulty curve.
Wait,
it's
did you
like,
fight her without the flamethrower on Madhouse?
No. On Madhouse, I had the flamethrower, but I had to have everything on Madhouse to kill her. On like normal,
Madhouse was no joke compared to normal.
Yeah.
It's
also, they're faster too. All the enemies are faster. They can chase you much quicker.
That. I've noticed that as well. I thought it was a normal thing. I just thought I killed them, but this is the first time I actually had to run away from them to save ammo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm surprised. Like, yeah, like when I found 2 parts of the flamethrower, I was like, I wonder if I can combine them, because I thought there were 3 parts as well. But I combined the 2, thinking I need to combine one more part, and it just made the flamethrower. My first time ever fighting her on normal, I was dying a few times because I would use all my ammo. I'm like, why isn't she dying? I used all my ammo and she would not die. And then I started focusing on those sacks, like under her and on her stomach. I killed her with ease, like really, really easily.
Bug panties, yeah.
Yeah, and then when I did it on Madhouse, I actually wrecked it. Like I did it my first try on Madhouse. We killed her, but we lost a lot of ammo. So I was really upset. Like I was like, man, we lost a lot, but we killed her. And then thinking that there was a check, like I totally forgot to save, because for those that don't know, on Madhouse mode, you have a limited amount of saves, similar to the old Resident Evil with ink ribbons. This time it's cassette tapes. So I didn't save. I died from a normal molded, and I lost all of that fight progress. I was like, really? So I ended the stream. I was like, I really don't want to fight her again right now. That's stressful. So later that night, I got back on stream, fight her, but I completely finesse her. I leave that fight with so much ammo, so much healing items. And the strategy I did is I ran straight for certain items, and then I jumped downstairs into the open garden, greenhouse looking place, and I fought her there. It was easier so she doesn't jump on you. You don't have to worry about getting attacked.
Oh, that's
and the
smart.
flamethrower stuns her. So the flamethrower, you use that to stun her. She stops moving. You shoot her sacks.
Yep.
And I also bought the Magnum because I assumed she was going to take way more hits. I bought the Magnum there too because I'm getting all the antique coins. And bought the Magnum, shot the sack, and I saved a whole bunch of ammo. And the bugs, people say they were dying from the bugs, but what I would do from her is every time you hear her yelling, she's making like a little nest for the bugs. I'd chase her, use the flamethrower on the nest, and then go back downstairs, because it seems the fight's faster when she doesn't do that. I don't know for sure. I've just been guessing. I never knew if that gives her back a little bit of health that we don't notice. Like if it looks like she's eating it or something.
Oh,
so
interesting.
I always went towards the nest and killed those first, and the fight always seemed shorter.
I think the Magnum does a lot of damage, honestly.
Yeah, the Magnum does a lot of damage.
Yeah, I didn't have the Magnum, and I had to unload a lot of ammo, both shotguns and regular handgun ammo and all that stuff. And yeah, the flamethrower really only just gets her on her back. It doesn't really do much else.
Yeah, the flamethrower, I don't use it to really do the majority damage. I just try to get her stunned. But on normal mode, even with shooting the sacks, I save a lot of ammo because I was just going for those too. Like right off the bat, I'll pop those, then leave. Like make sure the bugs are dead, and I'll just run away from her and lure her downstairs. And it worked every time.
I'm pretty sure on normal mode, I didn't kill a single sack. Like that she drops on the wall or something like that. I think I just went for her damage and all that.
How long was the fight for you on normal?
It was actually kind of long, yeah. So it might be related, and there might be some sort of health gating associated with those sacks unless you do enough damage.
Yeah, because we can't see a health bar, and she's not like one of those bosses where she'll show you that she's weaker, like she doesn't limp or anything like that. I did notice when you're about to kill her, she starts chasing you really fast, like she crawls on 4s and she chases you on the ground.
Goes full spider.
So I did notice. Yeah, she goes full spider mode when she's actually soon to die. She'll start jumping on you more and stuff. So that's the only way I knew that she was gonna die soon. And we just wrecked her stuff.
Dude, just wrecked her. Oh my god.
Wrecked it.
Yeah, Madhouse took me a couple tries, honestly.
Yeah, it's no joke. Madhouse is really fun, but it's really unforgiving.
Yeah, it's really cool. What did let's see after that? Oh, okay. So also
the Jack fight before, the one with the chainsaw.
Oh yeah, the Jack fight with the chainsaw.
How'd you like that?
That was great too. It was crazy. I thought at first, I initially thought it was like a glitch when you puddinged out, all meat puddinged. But then I realized that's him just healing back immediately. Again, on Madhouse,
he would heal, you said?
Well, yeah, he would split apart and then he would reform. Did he do that? Oh,
yeah, it's that's pretty much him showing you his weak spot. You're supposed to shoot that big thing that comes out of his neck.
Yeah. Well, I was chainsawing it. On Madhouse, it took me. It was 3 times he had to do that before he would die, and then on normal, it was once or twice.
When you killed him with the chainsaw, right? You're chainsawing him down when he blows up.
Yep.
I did a different strategy to take away more damage because I had a feeling the chainsaw wasn't as strong as say the enhance the ammo for the pistol. So what I would do is when the fight starts, I'd do 2 to 3 shots to his head with the enhanced ammo, and he would just drop. He would drop to the floor, and the thing would come out of his neck. I shot that with enhanced ammo, and he went straight for the chainsaw. Boom, chainsaw in less than 20 seconds. And what I would do is I'll chainsaw his body until until that part came back out.
Yeah.
And then shoot him again with the enhanced ammo instead of using the chainsaw to do more damage.
Oh, interesting.
And then I ended it with the chainsaw, like to do the final animation to blow him up.
Yeah, I figured that out on the last try with Madhouse, that like the pistol ammo, it split him apart with 3 shots to the head, and I was like, oh,
yeah, helps
and then
a lot.
Immediately jumps forward to the next like phase, which was
I got excited with the chainsaws. Like, oh, we have a chainsaw, but wouldn't that be OP? We can melt everyone, and then the chainsaw breaks and you open the door. I'm like, oh,
right. But there's secret items that you can get. You've heard about this, right? The circular saw.
Yeah, I've seen them. The circular saw looks awesome.
There's a circular saw. There's also, if you beat the game in any mode in under 4 hours, you get running shoes, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen those in like I haven't really seen anyone use them. I probably have, and I just wasn't paying attention to it.
Yeah, they make you run faster, obviously.
Speedruns and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I assume like they're just your speed. The circular saw. Tefty, have you played any past Resident Evil games?
No, I've only played 1, and I don't think I beat 2, but I played 2, and that was a long time ago.
So in the past Resident Evil games, your infinite ammo gun, like your special, like really strong gun, is usually an infinite rocket launcher of some sort. So in this game, instead they give you the circular saw, which is super cool. Like I've saw people using it and just melting enemies. You just sit there and put it on someone's head for 5 seconds, and their head just explodes. I was like, what? I need this. Like I wouldn't mind playing through Madhouse with this.
Right? Yeah, there's a few times.
So to unlock the circular saw, do you have to beat Madhouse, or was it something else?
I'm not sure. It might be that you beat Madhouse and then you get the circular saw. Because like, why would they give you an OP weapon for like?
Because there's also a trophy. If you didn't, I'm not sure if you look at the trophy list. There's a trophy to beat the game, but with only going to your storage 3 times. No more than 3 times can you go into your storage.
Yep.
And then there's also a trophy to beat the game, healing yourself no more than 3 times. You can't use 3 more than 3 healing items. I'm not sure if it means just the med or if you can use the steroids to raise your max health, which also heal you.
Oh, good question on that. Yeah, I don't know if those achievements unlock a particular item for you. They might.
Okay.
They might give you like another one of those coins, like some sort of.
Yeah, because there's essence of defense. I haven't gotten yet. I have the scroll of defense, but I don't have essence.
Yeah, you get that for beating normal. And there wasn't there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure about the other stuff. Like I wasn't sure. So is the circular saw the only infinite ammo weapon?
No, all your weapons can become infinite ammo. So I'm not sure how to unlock it, but you can get an infinite ammo perk that like every single weapon, your grenade launcher, everything can have infinite ammo on it. Oh,
that's cool. I wonder how you unlock that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how to lock any of that. I'm sure if I don't have it by the time I get like my platinum, I'll look into it.
Yeah, I think if you get all the bobbleheads too, there's something unlocks if you do a whole playthrough with the bobbleheads. Yeah.
Yeah, because you do have to get all the bobbleheads, all the coins, and all of the files. So right now, my Madhouse run, I've been looking at a guide while I'm playing through it again, like on stream, so I can get all of them. Because on Madhouse mode, the antique coins are on different locations than they were on normal mode.
Well, so are they different locations or are they random? Because somebody told me in chat that they actually randomly place them so that you.
No, they're different locations. There's a guide that they're just Madhouse mode has their specific locations. Normal and easy share the specific locations. They're not random at all. No.
Yeah, because it goes from 18 coins to like 30 something coins on Madhouse.
Yeah, Madhouse has 33 coins only because you now have those 2 new cages. Well, 3 new cages on Madhouse mode. One unlocks the Scorpion key. Yep. One gives you a silver coin, and one gives you a gold coin.
Yeah.
Which is why there's more coins to get.
So yes,
that's the difference there.
Yeah. Blue, does this make you want to play Resident Evil? Or no?
I mean, I've already wanted to play it, so I mean, this is just
icing on the cake.
More erect.
Yeah, even more.
Did you say erect?
Yeah, erect.
You got that family erection. Whoa. Get that E virus.
That's gross. Jesus Christ! Get that
virus.
Got that virus.
Yeah, that black spillage.
Yeah, you got the mold.
You got the moldy erectness.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think what else went down that really, really like stood out for me. The puzzles. Let's talk about one particular puzzle specifically. Happy Birthday. The Happy Birthday puzzle was fantastic for me. I really enjoyed that.
Yep.
I wish the game had more of those because the game did throw about three puzzles that you had to place like wooden block on and try to make a shadow image to unlock a door.
3 or 4 of those. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wish there was more variety. And the happy birthday puzzle is fantastic. The whole puzzle was you're supposed to take a candle and put it on the birthday cake lit, but every time you went back in that room, the fountains, the water would just, the shower heads would spray water on your candle.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to figure out how to get that shut off, and you had to do like all these different things, and it was really fun figuring it all out. Liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's interesting how they gave you the videotape option to learn it first, and then do it for real. Like I thought that was interesting. Like
I like the way
every major area kind of had that thing going on where like they give you a videotape, you explored a bit, and then you're in it with Ethan. Yeah. I thought that was really cool.
I thought that was really cool too. And what I liked about the birthday one specifically was, hey, wouldn't this be easy since we know how to do it? No, now you have to do it missing a specific part. And I guessed it from the beginning. I was like,
yeah,
I don't want to die. So to avoid like this specific spoiler from Blue, because it's a really fun puzzle, you had to like do something that you weren't supposed to, like that you didn't. You're not supposed to do something that was in the tape, so you can survive.
Mm-hmm.
And then the game tries to juke you again. It's like, okay, well, you missed that, but here's another way to die.
Yeah.
Then you have to figure that out again. And I thought that was really cool. Like I was like, for a second I was scared, but I was like, I got it, and got through it first try.
Oh, nice. I went through it and did the exact same thing, and I was like, Ethan, step away from the damn cake. What are you doing?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You did yeah, I was like,
I assumed Ethan was gonna know to do something different. He was like, it's ticking.
But you are Ethan, Tefty. You're Ethan. Duh.
Oh, I couldn't pull him back. He was still like hovering around the cake. I was like, bruh.
The cake is not a lie this time.
Yeah. The puzzles are great. I really enjoyed that aspect too. I think the DLC is going to be more of that stuff, right? I don't know if you've read up on it. I hope so. Yeah.
I really hope. I didn't read anything, honestly, because I know we have a DLC coming out this week on 31st of January.
Yeah, for PS4.
The first DLC.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not the free one, right? That's part of the season pass kind of thing. Like you have to buy it separate.
I'm not sure actually on that.
Because the free DLC comes out in spring, which is going to use a Redfield. We don't know if it's Chris Redfield. We don't know what Redfield it is.
Mm-hmm.
But Chris Redfield was the character you used in Resident Evil 1, 5, and 6. And the guy in the end is like, "Oh, I'm Redfield." That's all he says. It's a dude named Redfield. We don't know if it's Chris Redfield or a family member of the Redfield.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But we use him, it looks like, in spring, which should be really interesting.
You said it's going to be a free DLC for that one?
Yeah. After you beat the game, it says free content coming spring.
Right.
You ever see that screen?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So looks like free DLC. Someone made Cliff Bleszinski, the owner of Boss Key Studios. He said that he saw it as a great way for the studio to tell us customers that, hey, don't trade your game in yet. We have something free coming in a couple of months.
Yeah.
So that's actually a really cool thing to do. Like I think more developers should do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like here's a reason not to get rid of the game yet. We want you to keep playing.
Yeah. Free DLC coming in the future. That's actually really
smart. Be really cool.
Yep.
And if you notice, this isn't really a spoiler towards anything. Like it's not like oh my god, but if you notice, we never fought Lucas in the game. Lucas
I know
is the
exactly.
Son of Jack.
He's still alive.
Him. Where did he go?
Mm-hmm.
And the DLC I think it's supposed to be with him, right? The DLC, there's a Ethan Must Die mode or something like that, or just like I don't know. There's already trophies for it on PS4. You can see.
From what I've read, it didn't seem like there was main story things. It seemed like there's a couple new videotapes that you can get and do those puzzles, and then like a couple modes that happen. I'm hoping that there's going to be some serious story chunks that are additions to the game.
I hope so too.
Yeah, that would make it really fun to have additionally through a playthrough. Kind of like how Dark Souls does that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool because it does the trophies do say nightmare. They don't say anything about tapes. They call them nightmares and like night terrors for the trophies. So I wonder if they're going to be like dreams because one of the trophies is complete Ethan Must Die mode.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's Ethan Must Die, are you playing as an enemy or like who are you playing as that called Ethan Must Die? Unless you're still Ethan.
Yeah.
But I don't know because they have Dante Must Die mode in Devil May Cry. And you're still using Dante. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it to really comment on it. You know?
Yeah. But we'll find out soon enough. It seems it comes out this week, which I'm really excited for. Make sure that the game stays in my PlayStation.
I think it's going to be like there was that, and then another DLC that comes out in like 2 weeks later, and then that all comes out for PC and Xbox on the 21st. Yeah,
that's really cool.
They're staging it for PS4 stuff, which sucks because I bought it on PC. But you know, it's okay. Yeah, it's a great game. Did you want to talk about any more else? Or you know what? I will say the only boss that kind of felt a little out of place. Not out of place, but just kind of a little like kind of strange was when Jack returns in the boathouse.
Oh yeah, like that's under like when I saw it, I was like, man, a lot of new people in Resident Evil are gonna really be thrown off by this.
Mhm.
But it's actually like a normal Resident Evil type boss. Like that's something you would see in Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
The game throws you off. It'll start you off because Resident Evil usually has like these cheesy things in it, but it's still horror. And they always have eyes on them. They like these bosses will always have some sort of eye weakness you have to shoot.
Yeah.
So I took it as a hey, this is us still trying to be Resident Evil, but be something new at the same time.
Well,
So
what was
I
weird?
if it's like out of place, but it was like in place for me at the same time. Like it made sense to me.
Well, out of place for me was that him yelling and stuff. Get back in the house.
Cursing, like,
yeah. Well, just like the smack talk in general. I'm like, you're a moldy Mats right now. It's a little weird that you're still Jack, you know?
But isn't that make it like I feel like that may make it scarier for some people. Like this dude still has his conscience. Yeah, he's this monster. Like he is still like he still has a human conscience. He's still worried about you being in the house. He's cursing at you, saying all these crazy things. But he's a monster. He's not just going blah blah. Like that's
Well, that's an interesting perspective. I didn't think about that because I was more thinking about Ethan.
Yeah, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. I have the problem of thinking too much, so I'm just thinking of everything. Like I'll think of.
You're like, what if I became Jack? Oh my god, as a gluttonous monster. Oh no.
Because he does explain that he couldn't control himself. Like it was getting them and all that stuff. So I felt bad when he was talking to me. He was like, "I'm no killer boy, you know. Neither is Zoe." I was like, I feel so bad.
Yeah, I felt bad about that too.
But then I thought about it. I was like, when I replay the game, I'm going to be mad at you again, and then I'm going to be sad for you again, and then I'm going to be mad at you again.
Exactly. Yeah.
I had too much fun. I know I'm going to be playing it more, and I might start speedrunning it like I did for the first Resident Evil and Outlast. So
nice. We'll
see. It's a really fun game. I love horror games, and I'm glad we got a new one.
It's a great game. I'm excited for new DLC on it too. I think it's the first time completing a game like that and being like, oh man, I can't wait to see what they bring to this, because it felt like a complete package to me. You know, a lot of people might be like, oh god, now DLC because unfinished game. No, it's a complete finished game.
It's bonus. It's bonus stuff for us, and that's something that's really rare these days. Like since the end of the 360 PS3 generation, is that games don't feel finished. And the crazy part was that Capcom announced this game and it went gold a few months later. Like we're like, wait, they finished it that quick? Like it's not normal. You see a company announce a game, then it go gold right after. Usually a company announces a game, comes out 2 to 3 years later. Yeah, that's just people. I don't know why they do that. And then the games change, people's expectations change. Watch Dogs happens, but like it was crazy. Like there's a really good quality title, and I'm really happy for both Capcom and the people who are playing it, like myself and you. Like I'm happy for new and returning players. Like it's such a fantastic game. Yeah, it really is. And then Blue's getting to get. When are you gonna play Blue? Actually, Blue's to enjoy it.
Probably sometime this week. I really wanted to make a YouTube video on it, or just have like highlights of me doing crap on it. But I don't know whenever I have time, to be honest. Yeah. But I'm excited to play it. I think everyone has properly hyped me up.
I hope so. I'd feel really bad if you got in and you felt like overhyped, and then suddenly you're like, man, what is this?
Well, I mean, I've played enough Resident Evil to know what to expect. So nice. And it's not like it's not like I would be a little upset if it was like a crazy amount to do with, relevance to the other games. But I mostly don't really care too much about spoilers on this, but I do want to feel that crispy Resident Evil experience. So
it's there.
Yeah, you'll be happy to know that there's no connection in terms of like viruses and characters in this as of right now. So that's good. Like there's no, you don't see like anything of Umbrella until the very end, and it's just on a helicopter, like you see on the side of a helicopter. So it's nothing. You don't hear of Leon. You don't hear of any character from the past until the very, very, very end. So the story feels fresh. It feels brand new.
Fresh news.
And it's called Resident Evil 7. So I'm glad they made 7 and not Resident Evil. Like they didn't make this like a complete reboot. Yeah.
Just remember, Grandma's always watching. Blue. Always watching.
Oh God.
Gram, that's my girl, Gram.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I always thought she was blind.
Yeah, you thought she was blind, like she had cataract or something?
Yeah, you saw her eyes were all white.
Yeah, but she was always looking at you. If you like
She
walk
could be
around the
like
room.
Daredevil, dude. She slipped and fell into like some weird acid stuff.
Well, we all know what's up with her.
Blue will find out.
Yeah, Blue
Yep,
will
we'll
find out.
find out.
Yep.
We'll find out. Find out next time.
Find out next time, guys. When Blue plays
On spoilers.
It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, on spoilers. I think that's the podcast. You guys cool? I know, Blue, you didn't get a whole lot to talk about on Resident Evil.
I'm just chilling here, you know. Just doing my thing.
Yeah. Well, I apologize, Blue.
Wait, hold on. Before you end it, Blue, how you feel about Diva's nerf?
Diva got so over nerfed. Like, what the fuck?
All right,
Oh,
Tefty,
my
okay,
bad.
now let's
My
go.
bad.
All
My
right,
bad.
hold up. All right, so here we go. Hold up. Before we go, I don't know why Diva got so over nerfed. She needs like 300 health and 300 armor. I don't understand. Like right now, as a Genji, I shouldn't be able to box a Diva, but I'm like boxing.
You can
her as a
1v1
Genji.
her, and it makes no sense.
I don't get it. I don't know why they over nerfed her so hard, especially with like how strong Roadhog is now. Like Roadhog got
is
stronger.
So good. His hook kills are like confirmed now. If you get a hook, you should be able to kill them. It's so good.
If like it's like before it was like if you got a hook, it was, okay, well me and my team are here now. But now it's like you got a hook, it's like oh, you're in my fucking house now, motherfucker. So I think Roadhog's in probably the place he's supposed to be. I really don't know why Diva's so weak. Like she's so squishy now. Like she's a worse Winston now.
Really? Worse than Winston?
Yep.
Yeah.
Diva's really bad. She loses her mech so fast. And I used to
that's
main
sad.
Diva for competitive, and I can't use her now. She's too easy to kill. You can 1v1 her with the Mercy. Like Mercy can kill her super fast.
Mm-hmm. That's rough.
It's gross.
I think she's pretty bad right now.
That's too bad. Do you think they're going to change it? Is that in PTR right now?
They have to. No, it's like in the final thing. It's
Oh, really? It's
PTR.
official?
And it makes no sense to me how it got through PTR. How no one said anything. Like no one spoke up for it.
I think a lot of people are just really salty at Diva, so people are like, "Oh, fuck Diva." I think Diva's probably like one of the most hated characters. I think she's probably the most hated character since Genji.
She's the new Genji.
She was really OP. She was really OP. She was really hard to kill, but then you made her too easy to kill. So I think do what Blue said, 300, make everyone happy.
I think 300 is fine. I mean, the damage she deals right now is respectable. Like she's still doing nearly the same damage.
Better damage, in my opinion, in close range. She does.
In close range,
she can melt, but she gets melted
she still
too.
melts. But yeah, I just don't get why she's so ass right now. She just does not. She needs a little bit of extra armor. I think it would have been fine to just lower her overall damage, like they did right now, because mathematically she does deal slightly less damage, and she deals a ton less damage like at mid range. So,
Yep.
It's a give and take type thing. You know what I mean?
To balance is tricky, right? I mean, Destiny.
Yeah, but at least Overwatch
really
can
balanced.
do it to them. Yeah, give Overwatch like 2 weeks, and they'll probably have it fixed. So shout out Destiny.
Yeah, I mean that's incredible. Honestly, like that's what we want in the future for Destiny for sure.
I love the videos they do. Really quick before we end this, I love the videos that Blizzard launches when something new happens. They actually explain why they've changed something. So let's say, hey, we changed this because this. I love that. Like they don't just change it to change it.
Yeah, don't they have like the developers come on in those videos?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's
He's
awesome.
a meme now. He's become a community meme. It's so
Has
good.
he? That's awesome.
Yeah, they'll take videos of him and edit it. It's so good.
I think Overwatch is like the prime example of competitive PvP and how to handle it and how to give voice to the community and also have the developers communicate with it about what they're doing because it's so well done.
100%.
Even though there's something like a Diva nerf that happened that you're complaining about right now, but like I said, probably in 2 weeks it's going to get fixed.
They're addressed in some way. Like she might not be like crazy god tier again, but they're probably going to do something, or at the very least, within 2 weeks, they're going to say, "Hey, we hear what you're saying, and we're working on it," which is something that is very rare.
That we waited how long for Destiny? We waited since last September for them to say what they just told us last week
about a balance update.
It's just when you start when you start thinking about it, it's like how much. So many developers, like even with Titanfall 2, Titanfall is another awesome game where the developers are really transparent. And the reality is they're transparent because there's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
And which is the problem I continually come into with Destiny is developers don't share stuff with us because they have stuff to hide. So yeah, which is a lot of which I feel like, early on Bungie was pretty transparent. But I think there's a lot of
But early
I
on,
mean, they're
Bungie
fairly
for what?
transparent.
For what? Destiny?
For Destiny, yeah. Early on, they were fairly transparent. They're like, here's all the events we're going to do. We're going to try and balance Crucible monthly, blah, blah, blah. And then
I don't think they ever said monthly.
Well, it was in
It was quarterly, but they already missed
it
two
was
quarters.
it was quarterly. It was quarterly up until a point.
Mhm,
Or
yeah.
well, they talked about that they wanted consistent balance updates early on. Like I 100% remember that, but it turned into quarterly, and now it's not even quarterly. So
Well, they announced it to be quarterly, and they never actually stuck by it. They never did anything quarterly.
Exactly.
They never did it.
I feel like it's changed when they had to push Destiny 2 for another year. I think the whole ecosystem, or not ecosystem, the whole what is it? The company philosophy changed when that happened, and I think that's why we've seen a different year 3 experience than year 1, year 2. But I still feel like Bungie, as a company, by and large, is a very secretive company. They've been that way since Halo. Like that's
They
never
just shouldn't
changed.
have us hate their game for as long as we are right now. Though, like
I mean, I
the
don't see
philosophy
Bungie as secretive. I just see them as they just don't have like the way their projects work. It's so intertwined to the point where they can't share certain stuff without like blatantly like confirming things.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's part of it, I guess. But they could do stuff. They could like,
just because their game gets pushed back doesn't mean you have to not update your game. That makes no sense to me. You want us to play it until the next game, but
or tell us about the next game that's coming or the next stuff that's coming instead of
but telling us what the next when the next game comes isn't going to fix what we currently have, because you can tell us it's coming out in September, but people are still going to play Destiny until Destiny 2. So why not make it an enjoyable experience for them until then?
I mean, it might just take too many resources away right now from what they're doing with Destiny 2. That's possible.
Yeah, I guess money will always be the really easy cop-out reason.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily an easy cop-out reason. I think it's more a realistic version. Like, do you want Destiny 2 to get pushed into 2018? Like, let's say September 2018 until they can fix a really problematic engine that they have right now in Destiny.
Yeah, well, does that mean all the money we get from our silver going towards Destiny 2 only, or does it not go to what else does it go towards? Because I'm sure they made a lot of money since silver launched, that they can at least allocate some towards the current game.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we're not in the company, so we don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can only do it based off of assumptions and the money we give them. So, I mean, we can't really speak on the way they allocate things and what they talk about.
Bless you, brother.
Bless your soul.
Yeah, it's hard to really. I mean, it's impossible to know. I think a lot of the microtransactions, in part, was obviously with Activision because Activision wants more. They want to make their money back. The game. They want to make their money back. Which, I mean, the reality is they made their money back even without Eververse. So
yeah,
true.
We'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. I'm hopeful.
And before we end, I just watched the Torbjorn 1v1 at Diva out of her mech. All right, we can end it.
Nice. Diva's trash. Don't play her.
The Torbjorn 1v1s without turret Diva. I can't do it. I gotta go.
All right. Well, that's the podcast, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it. My name's Tefty. You can talk to me at Teft on twitter.com/Teft and catch the streams I do at twitch.tv/TeftyTeft.
And my name is VersusTheStream. You can talk to me on Twitter at VersusTheStream. Watch my live streams at twitch.tv/VersusTheStreams and check out my new YouTube videos at youtube.com/VersusTheInternet.
My name is BlueWestlo. You can catch me on youtube.com/BlueWestlo, where I upload 3 times a week. Also twitch.tv/BlueWestlo. And you can catch me on Twitter complaining about stuff. Twitter.com at
Blue. Do you even care?
Do you even care?
You can catch him at the twitch.tv/BlueWestlo.
Peace.
All right.
Bye, guys.